And no better than Mr. Vivek Chand Sehgal, Chairman at Motherson Sumi, joins in to chat more about that. Mr. Sehgal, hi, morning. Analysts are expecting your return ratios to improve quite meaningfully going into the next 1 to 2 years. Can you indicate what would be the growth levers for this, purely in the light of the weakness in rupee that we are seeing, as well as the slowdown in autos?
Well, I think, first of all, good morning. Sure, we at Motherson are seeing a little bit of weakness, of course, in the Indian market is there, but globally the traction is very good. And as you know that we have a very strong order book, domestic as well as outside India also. Plus, Motherson is doing a lot of increasing content per car and things like that. New orders worth almost about 4 billion euros between SMP, SMR. A particular news here and there wouldn't really disturb us in any way. So we are doing pretty well. The business 80% outside India, it doesn't really impact so much on the rupee side. In fact, if anything, it's actually a positive. So we're pretty okay. We're pretty okay.
Vivek, but typically when you renegotiate your contract after so much of after such a sharp drop in rupee, what do you get to negotiate? I mean, do you get a sense that the existing buyers, they renegotiate prices also, or they do not bother about the currency fluctuation at all?
No, actually, there is, these are lifetime contracts, and in these particular things, daily ups and downs does not really matter so much, because all of our businesses are being done in particular geographies, and in those geographies we are buying and we are selling. So whatever, if any, because of the impact of the rupee or something like that, would only happen as a mark-to-market kind of a thing in our balance sheet. It's got no real impact on our this thing. And if it is, it's really negligible, really negligible.
Vivek, so tell us a little bit more about what the order pipeline is looking like and whether or not we can see higher margins from your subsidiaries, because that is something most are backing on.
Absolutely. I think, we as a group do not really focus on companies. We focus more on the units. And I think that's where the real action is. And I'm very pleased to say that, yes, all my plant chiefs are doing very, very phenomenal job. And I think as the results will come, you'll see how good a job they're doing.
So what's the order pipeline like? Can we hear some announcement in the near term?
Well, we've already announced last year SMP has an order of over 2.4 billion. And SMR, which is the mirror company, has already announced orders of 1.33 billion. And I think we are very close to the quarter has already ended, so I would like to just hold on for some more time and then tell you when the whole thing happens.
If not in this year, maybe by FY14, are you looking at listing of any of your global subsidiaries? Because that's a question which keeps on popping up every time we interact on this forum.
I don't know why, but we have said it from the top of our roofs that we are very comfortable for our debt. We don't like to sell our shares. We don't want to dilute. The debt that people see includes the working capital, includes long-term debt also, which is whatever the repayments are, we are very comfortable. Last year, I think we've grown by plus $1.1 billion. And, the entire growth, the entire CapExes, everything has been done with internal accruals. We paid all our banks this thing. So I don't know why it's such a big concern. For us, we are very comfortable. All our debt is almost on an average, I think is sub 5%. In this kind of high interest environment, I don't know why people aren't comfortable. We are very comfortable with it. And we don't see any thing, unless, of course, we come in for a new acquisition or something, if there's something like that, then we'll think about it at that time. But we have enough time and we don't have any pressure at all.
Are you looking at any acquisition?
I think it's a second nature of Motherson. The customers are always asking us to look at companies, but we will do so only if we think it comes from our synergies in our group, and also if we can add value to that company. Otherwise, we just let it pass.
Is China...
Is that the reason why you're in Germany? Is there any acquisition which is currently on the cards?
No. Germany is headquarters for SMP and SMR, so I spend some time here.
Is China giving you sleepless nights?
Why would China give us sleepless nights? China, in fact, is a growth country for us. We have already 8 plants in China. And we are actually going to be setting up 4 or 5 new plants already. I mean, they're already in the pipeline. The land has been bought. The buildings are coming up. So, in fact, if there is any sleepless night, it's more on the positive side.
You know, it's interesting what you've done in last 5 years, Vivek. You've gone to Europe. When European economy is not growing, you've managed to grow in Europe. You're going to China at a time when China is in a mess, and you are of the view that China will be the next growth market. Do you think somewhere this kind of a global strategy could also backfire?
The thing is that you're not going to walk to your office, right? You will be needing some form of transport, whether it's a taxi or a car or a motorbike or a bus or something like that. You have to move logistics. So, automotive is a necessity. It's not really what we imagine that we can do without cars and we can do without bikes and things like that. So we are a firm believer in this particular philosophy, and we feel that any country could have a weakness for 6 months, 1 year. Doesn't mean that the automotive industry in that particular country is going to go down. In fact, as you rightly said, in the last 5 years, we've grown exponentially. And in markets which everybody tells us is in a bad shape. And we say no. I think some car companies could be in bad shape. Some product differentiators may be missing for those car companies, but they will come back. I mean, I can write down the name of the car companies on a board, and I'd like to see you cutting off even one of them. I think all of them will do phenomenally well. They always catch up. You look at GM, you look at Ford, you look at all the companies. I'm yet to see a company which would fall down.
I'll give you a name, Fiat.
Fiat is doing phenomenally well. Chrysler and Fiat are doing phenomenally well. Just watch.
Well, as of now, they are doing okay, I would argue. But that's a separate topic. We'll keep that one aside.
Okay. No, they're all doing okay. In India, maybe Fiat may be facing a bit of a problem, but I think you will see some robust numbers coming up. Their new launches and all those things are very, very good.
So what about the Indian car market then, Vivek? Are you providing any of the parts to a Duster or an EcoSport, which are the new SUV launches?
Absolutely. I think that's what I keep talking about, selling parts to all the cars. In fact, Duster and EcoSport, we are supplying all the bumpers, the plastic parts, a lot of things. We're doing the mirrors, are all being done by us. So, that's the interesting thing about Motherson, the increasing of content per car. Both Duster and EcoSport, phenomenal amount of parts going from the Motherson group.
Right, Vivek, appreciate your time, and really thank you for patiently answering all our questions. I know these are VRs for you in Germany.